Welcome, everybody, to Midday Magazine for this Tuesday, December 17th, 2024. Have your host, James J. Maloff here. In part two today at 4:30, we're going to speak with CEO of United Way of Southwood and Adams County, Terry Johns will be with us. Right now, our good friend, Dawn DeSorcy, is with us, Wisconsin Rapids Parks and Recs Department. Dawn, thanks so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
I feel like we just don't get to hang out nearly enough. It is always great to have you in studio and to be able to talk about our Parks and Recs department and some of the really cool things that are going on over there. If you don't mind, I'd like to start right at Camp Christmas.
Perfect.
Been really itching to talk to you about this one. It's a fun idea, and it's a really cool opportunity for kids and parents.
It is. It's a great opportunity for parents to get something done in those 3 hours.
Yes.
And then for the kids to have something fun to bring home, for a gift for their parents maybe, and just to keep them busy with some fun Christmas crafts, some funny stuff. We've got some cute things planned. So I think it'll be a lot of fun.
I know that we're having some fun with it, but in all honesty, it is a nice, break for parents that maybe if they have things they need to get done when kids' eyes are not looking or anything.
Right. Maybe some wrapping presents or
some things like that possibly. And it's a wonderful opportunity for the kids and the kids to be able to not only get out and about and do things, but maybe even hang out with kids that they don't, go to school with or something like that. Make new friends and some of this. This is a fun one. What are some of the events that the kids are going to be doing at the Camp Christmas?
Well, we're going to be building a Pop-Tart house, which I've seen online, and they look so cute.
Okay, I'm already in.
Oh, yeah.
I'm already
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Then they can destroy it and eat it afterwards if they really want to. I think we have these, they're like snowman shooter things. They're really funny, so I think we're going to make those. And then watch a Christmas movie, of course, and I have some really cute art that they're going to do with handprints, which I don't know about you, but I've always kept all the handprint art that my kids make. I love that.
Yes,
yeah, that's my favorite. So got some of those things.
So even some new, some Christmas things you can bring into the house from the kids, because they're going to take these home with them.
They will. Yep, they'll have little framed art to take home.
And where will this be taking place?
It's actually at the Centralia Center. If they want to register, they can do so ASAP. We need to know by tomorrow, and registration will close tomorrow, so we can get all set for Monday. And this is Monday, the 23rd, from 9 until noon.
Yeah. A wonderful venue to have this in.
It is.
Love the Centralia Center. It's like a second home to me. And it's a wonderful event, too. But we do want to remind you, the cutoff is tomorrow.
It is
so
tomorrow.
Want to make sure to get these in tonight if you can. I would say that, that would be the latest to be able to get it in.
It'd be great, yes. And I just thought of something else, James. Tomorrow at the Aquatic Center is Santa.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Oh,
Speaking
perfect.
of Christmas and Camp Christmas.
Yeah, that is fantastic.
Santa will be there from 5 until 7.
A get that you guys seem to land every year, getting the big guy to be able to come to town here and everything.
We're
that
very
is pretty
lucky.
Cool.
We're very lucky.
This is very cool.
Yeah.
So he'll be there. What times again will he be there?
Between 5 and 7. It'll be at the Rapids Room, which is right next to the lobby when you're going into the ice pond warming house is what that turns into in the winter. And I don't know for sure if the ice is going to be ready. It's not been super cold.
Yeah.
Well, it has, and then it wasn't. So it's a tough time for making ice, but we're hoping we can get that running soon, too.
And we will certainly be talking about it on our shows when that does harden over and everything, because my father cannot wait to get out there. So, there's going to be a lot of people along with him doing that, too.
Very good.
So, again, rewind just for a second. Camp Christmas.
Camp Christmas.
It is going on next Monday, December 23rd, 9 to noon over at the Centralia Center. If you want to register, get those kids in there, calling all kids ages 6 to 10, by the way, to get in on this one. It's going to be a really fun time.
It will.
And Dawn, if people do want to register, how can they do that for it?
They can go online to wr.activityreg.com, or you can give our office a call, whatever works best for you.
I encourage you to do that. Everybody sign up the kids and do us a favor and spread the word about this event too. Make sure that everybody in town knows about this one. We get a really good turnout for Camp Christmas. That's a fun one. That's a really fun.
It is. I hope it's an annual thing.
Yeah, absolutely. and just once more, touching on Santa being at the at the Aquatic Center tomorrow.
Tomorrow evening from 5 to 7, come and give your Christmas wishes. Bring a non-perishable food item. You can get a picture with Santa, non-expired, non-perishable food item.
Appreciate that, too. It really goes a long way helping out our community. And it's the perfect tie into these things. We were just talking about this on the morning show a bit, how so many more and more families are incorporating volunteering or doing good in their community with the holidays and making that a real tradition.
They are.
I can speak to this. My mom had us doing this as a kid, and it led to a lifetime of me, my sister, my brother wanting to do similar things. It really does make an impact. So you're going to have fun. Kids are going to see Santa, and while they're doing that, they're also seeing their mom and dad bringing that non-perishable food item.
Yes.
It's a really cool win-win situation.
It is. It's a great idea, I think.
It is. It really is. Dawn, one of the things I wanted to touch on was the gymnastics class that's coming up for ages 2 to 8. But before that, we are looking for a new gymnastics instructor.
We are. Our current instructor has another job in the winter season, so she's not going to be able to teach for us this winter-spring session. She'll come back again, but we do have an instructor to cover all of our January classes, but starting in February, we are going to need an instructor to cover February, March, April, May, and even maybe into summer some classes. So if anybody's interested, it is posted on the city's website. I believe it's on the city's Facebook page as well, and I think I shared it on our parks page. So,
I just saw it this morning on the city's page, and have seen it on the Facebook page before and everything. Encourage people to, especially again, another one of those things, spread the word about. Somebody might see it that you may not realize knows more about gymnastics, can teach it. Otherwise, the gang is stuck with me. And while my aunt almost made the Olympic team when I was young in gymnastics, and I've always loved gymnastics. I can't teach it. You don't want me doing that, everybody. We could use a really good instructor for these kids.
For sure.
And there's such a great opportunity here for that person to be able to do this. Going back to, again, putting into our communities, there's a lot of adults out there, a lot of individuals that are always looking for volunteer opportunities or ways to put back into their community. And I think one of the things that gets kind of lost in the shuffle with that, I actually was talking to an old friend of mine from that did a lot of this and did a lot of good work in the Alabama area. And the idea of, well, I have this skill set, I can put that to good use. I can use that in my community.
Right.
I think that oftentimes we think of volunteering as either a different event or Meals on Wheels and some of these, and those are great opportunities.
Definitely.
Those are really good things.
Yes, they are.
But there's also taking your that brain of yours and putting it to work in the community with being an instructor or being a teacher or something like that.
Coach, we'll have T-ball and pitch ball coming up it starts in March for registration for that, and coaches are needed. If
people are interested in getting involved in that with our Parks and Recs department, Dawn, how can they do that?
They can give us a call, shoot us an email. We've got all of our contact info on our flyer and on our website. And also there is an application to be filled out, so that is on our website as well. That's just a standard process for volunteers.
Encourage people to go ahead and sign up and get in on this.
Yes.
And get ready because the gymnastics ages 2 through 8 is coming up. They got classes right around the corner.
We do. Registration starts tomorrow for all these classes, and just keep in mind that usually tumble bugs, tumble tykes, those fill up quickly, and usually there's a waiting list. So make sure if you think your child is interested in these programs to sign up quickly.
There is no way I could be a good journalist and say tumble tykes with a straight face. I love that so much. God, that makes me smile every time. It's such a great thing for kids too, especially at this age where we're not looking for the new Simone Biles here or anything.
Not quite.
At that age, it's such great for them flexibility wise and agility wise and everything, and it really adds to them as they get older and having more flexibility and more comfort as an adult. Whether they go on to continue to do gymnastics in high school or anything like that, it's kind of their thing. Yes. But early ages, the stretching, all of that is really good for the bodies.
It is. It kind of keeps them active, and I think we've talked about this before, how ages 2 and 3 is a tough age for things, just to have something for kids to do outside of the house. In the winter, I think this is a good opportunity. I know the kids have a blast in that class, and then when they get up to the tumble tykes ages 4 and 5, they have a blast there too. And we have a lot of repeat offenders that come back for the youth tumblers classes too. So they stick with it.
Yeah, which is really cool to hear. It's really cool. That's great. Not only as somebody who just loves gymnastics and all that, but for them and what it means for them as they get older. That's really cool. And we'll tell you how you can sign up and learn more about all of these classes and different things Dawn and I are talking about before we wrap up. I did want to go a different direction for a second, though, Dawn, in the charcoal expressions drawing class that you have.
Yes.
I love the charcoal drawing. I always think that's really unique, and this class looks like a lot of fun.
They are so much fun. I've taken the 2 of them that we've had, and I am not an artist. I mean, not an artist. And I have them hanging. Like, they turned out very, very nicely. Rob Gorder is such a great artist and a great teacher. He totally guides you through everything, and you will walk away with a picture that looks very similar to what he shows you how to draw. It's so fun.
It looks like the theme for this one is Lee Lake.
Lee Lake.
That's very cool. That's a nice one.
Got some color in it, too.
Yeah,
which is kind of fun.
I like that. And you're so right about Rob. I've heard from people in the community before about him, and not only being a really good artist, but a patient and wonderful teacher.
He is, and he's a lot of fun. He's funny, and just he is really great. So I think it's a fun class, which is why we've offered it a few times.
I always pregame for this and do my homework for these interviews. But I did not notice this. The class is on my birthday. It's on February 20th.
About that? There you go. Get a gang together and
that's funny. Yes, I think that'd be a great way to celebrate it. That'd be awesome, and a really fun opportunity for people. A lot of these events we talk about certainly are either focused on certain age ranges or physical activity.
Yes.
It's great to have something that keeps the mind active as well.
Absolutely.
That's a good one. We do want to remind people coming up, while it may be hard to think about right now, maybe it'll actually give you a little warm feeling because we're looking for lifeguards.
We are. We are always looking for lifeguards because we have a huge staff of them at the Aquatic Center. And I will be offering a lifeguarding certification class coming up. That'll be starting on February 24th. And it's every Monday night through the 17th of March. Anyone who is 15 and older would qualify as long as they can pass the prerequisites for the class. And then we're adding something different this year. The cost of the class is $125, which a good portion of that is actually the certification fee. So we don't really get a whole lot of money for this class. But whoever attends this class and then works at the Aquatic Center for most of the summer will get reimbursed for the class fee.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really cool way of doing this.
Yeah.
So many this is for ages 15 and up.
It is.
And when we're talking, kids and maybe seniors in high school or just out of high school and getting ready to go to college or something like that, don't typically have a lot of funds. So something like this is not only a really cool thing to do, but also paying attention. It's something that I love so much about our Parks and Rec department, that how involved you are with the community and understanding the community and doing what you can to work with and everything. It just goes above and beyond. Something like that is really unique because while you get reimbursed that money, that knowledge you take with you the rest of your life. You
do. You've got that certification for 2 years, and it's a pretty easy recert if you've done it. So I don't know if you were ever a lifeguard, but once you kind of get into it, you can stick with it for a long time. We've got some adults that guarded for us last summer, which was great too.
I was going to say, I know a handful of people that like to still do this, and they're that are older and everything. And I've had a couple of friends that were lifeguards growing up, and just talk so highly about their experiences and the time doing it.
It's a great gig. If in the summer, if you need something to get some extra cash, it's pretty fun.
And to that point, too, to kids that are getting ready to go off to college or apply to colleges and everything, this looks great on the resume. It really is one of those things since we were kids. This is a big one to have on the resume.
It is, and you can actually work year-round in that position if you really want to, so it's a good college job to have, too.
We're speaking with, I'm sorry, Dawn, when is that lifeguard certification again?
February 24th is the start of it, but there is some prerequisite stuff that you have to do, and then there's some online things as well. So you definitely want to let me know ahead of time if you're going to be interested in that class, maybe a week or two in advance.
Yeah. We're speaking with Dawn from the Wisconsin Rapids Parks and Rec Department. We were talking about flexibility and agility for the young ones with gymnastics and everything. We're not forgetting the adults out there. We have Pilates and a yoga class coming up.
We do. These are on Saturdays starting on March 1st, and then the last session is May 3rd. So we've got a March, April, and May session of yoga and Pilates, 2 different classes. Those are Saturday mornings. And those are four session packs you can do, or you can do a per class fee.
And with things like this, I always like to mention, if you've never done anything like this and you're looking to try it, that's okay.
It is.
Whether you're a new person or you've been doing it for a long time, all comers.
Yes, our instructor is more than happy to walk somebody through as a new person or just guide them through a class if they've been, had a lot of experience at it.
It's and everything I was saying about the kids, it's the same thing for us as we get older. And I can't speak for anybody else, but just putting on my shoes sometimes. I'm like, oh, I should have stretched. No, the flexibility, you deserve that in life. You deserve to enjoy your life. And I feel like more agility gives you a lot of that. And these classes are also a nice break from life. Just everything. And just kind of zoning on that. It's a nice opportunity.
It's very low impact, too, so it's not going to hurt your joints.
Yeah, true. That'll kick off in March, everybody.
It will.
Dawn, I see that there's some upcoming activities that we want to remind people about. There is a pickleball winter open play. That's exciting.
Yes. So we've got a fall session, we've got a winter session, then we have a fall and a winter session, and we're almost done with our fall session. So if anybody wants to get in and play some open pickleball, they can do so. Sign up anytime.
And I believe you mentioned the T-ball and pitch ball registration is open. Want people to sign up for that as well?
That will open up on March 3rd. That one's a little later than our regular registration, but that's just a heads up that's coming. We will get the word out for that when it get a little bit closer to that time.
And I have to be honest with everybody. I saw the Krakens coming up, and I wanted to touch on that. They joined us. Their instructor joined us. Coach, yeah. And I had a great conversation with him on Playmakers. Really good guy. And great little group for kids, and I just love the name, the little Krakens. Yes. That's a great name.
Release the Krakens, right?
Yes, that summer swim team program is coming up, so watch for details on that.
Yes, and just a little plug also, if anybody knows anybody who's interested in helping to coach, we could use some help in that area. We have such a huge club right now that we could use some help. It's a great problem to have.
Yeah, it really is. Yeah, and it's not surprising. This area, I think, in a sneaky way, almost love swimming.
Absolutely.
We have a lot of swimmers out there, and a lot of people that did pretty good in swimming at our local high schools and everything. Maybe put some of that to work and be an instructor.
That would be great. It's on our website.
Yeah. We love our Wisconsin Rapids River Kings around here.
For sure.
Any chance we get to talk about them and hang out with them, or hang out with Rowdy from the River Kings.
Rowdy's going to be there January 20th, and we hope we've got ice for them to skate on.
Yes. That's a fun event. That's going to be a lot of fun.
It is. The picture from last year that is a great picture. That's one of my favorite pictures I think we've gotten. And it's just fun. We have hot chocolate cappuccino for sale, skate with the River Kings, and it's from 5 to 7 on January 20th.
I got to say, I was, as a little kid, my dad, a hockey player, and I got to do this a lot as a kid. When him and they'd be out there practicing, and me and some other kids would be able to be out there on the other side of the ice or something.
Oh, yeah.
And the feeling of that, of being out there with like real professional skaters and stuff. Yeah. It's inspiring, but it's also a lot of fun, and just can create a real love of winter activities for kids.
It can. It can make you appreciate how fast they can be on the ice, too.
Yeah.
They're skating next to one of those guys and they take off. Man.
We have a lot of great sports and a lot of great athletes. It's the hockey kid in me, but I don't know if there are better athletes in the world than hockey players.
It's
incredible.
Think so.
It's incredible what they do.
I believe it.
Also, a big love of volleyball in this area. Love volleyball. I've even seen over the fall here some new courts being put up and everything in some of our businesses and stuff. So a lot of love for volleyball. We got a volleyball camp coming up.
We do. This is again backed by popular demand again because it was so much fun. The kids had a blast. Our instructor is just fun. He's been involved in volleyball for so many years, like 25 years, and he is a kid. He's a big kid.
Yeah.
Has a blast. That one is March 3rd through the 12th. It's Mondays and Wednesdays, and that's at East Junior High.
And this is for all levels of experience.
It is. This is kind of 3rd through 8th graders is what the ages are. But.
Yeah. That's good to keep in mind with that one. Dawn, our good friend Mary Beth has a great one coming up for us, Create a Masterpiece with Mary Beth. Can we touch on that?
Yes, I think everybody knows Mary Beth, and her creativity is just through the roof. She's amazing. I've got 3 pictures that she has selected, and people can sign up and paint these beautiful pictures with her.
So cool. It's really fun. And there's a number of dates for this one that you can join them for.
There are February 6th, March 10th, and April 3rd.
Be sure to register for that one, everybody. And again, we'll tell you how to do that before we wrap up. There is also this spring projects for kiddos going the other direction. We got something for the adults with the art and then some for the kids, too.
Yeah. So we're going to be doing a graham cracker house made for Peeps.
Oh, my gosh.
Which looks super fun. Yeah. So we'll have that on March 28th, kind of get you ready for Easter. And then we're also going to be doing a handprint or maybe footprint, I'm not positive, Mother's Day art project. So I don't have a picture of that because that's a surprise.
Yeah.
That could be for mom, it could be for grandma, it could be for somebody who's just a, an important woman in your life.
Yeah.
So that one I think is going to be a lot of fun too.
It's a great idea. I love that.
Yeah.
And not only does this house look fun, but edible. It looks really good. Like a graham cracker house sounds awesome.
Absolutely. I even think the grass at the bottom is edible. So yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a great one. That's a fun idea.
Yeah.
That spring project for the kiddos kicks off March 28th. Real quickly, also wanted to remind everybody about the flower baskets and container class coming up, especially, with the spring season around and everything in April.
Yes. This is a ways off there, but this will get you really thinking about spring and then maybe feeling spring once we get closer. That's in April.
And as we always like to remind people of a couple of things, the Safe Sitter program, one of the better programs you guys offer, and that's really saying something. You got a lot of great stuff over there.
It's a great class.
This one has really impacted the community and really helped the community.
Oh, yeah. Gives you some babysitters that you can really trust.
Yeah. And I think parents feel so good knowing that a kid went through this class and everything.
Yep. It gives them a little bit of a better idea of what to expect if something would happen if under their care with the kid that they're watching.
It's such a great opportunity for kids at a young age to learn responsibility, to have some accountability, and so many of those, and empathy, really.
Yeah.
It's a great class, a great opportunity for kids, and that kicks off March 7th, and they'll have a class again on April 18th.
Yes, that's correct.
And we always like to remind people, as we have throughout the conversation today, whether it is coaches or just volunteers, we're always looking for more hands on deck, more help over at the Parks and Rec Department.
We are. And probably our largest group, as you talked about, is T-ball and pitchball coaches. That is a huge opportunity if somebody wants to volunteer. Again, we have to do our background stuff. You have to fill out an application. It has to be the regular process, but we can always use coaches for that program. It's a big program for us.
Is there a number they can call or anything, Dawn, if they want to?
Yep, our office is 715-421-8240.
Encourage you to call that number, everybody, and be a part of things, whether it is one of the events we have talked about here today or just a future event or just anything else that you might think of. Our friends at the Parks and Rec Department are waiting to hear from you. Reach out to them. You can find out more by going to parks.wirapids.org, parks.wirapids.org, or wr.activityreg.com. Go to either of those websites. You can find out more information. Be sure to follow them on social media as well.
Yes, and registration opens tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for our winter-spring session.
Oh, sign up, everybody. Get ready to do that. And one more time, also did want to remind everybody that the camp is, today is the cutoff time for camp.
Technically tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. I'm sorry.
Tomorrow, yep.
Yeah.
We just need to know by tomorrow, and then that camp is on Monday, December 23rd from 9 to noon.
Join the gang at the Parks and Rec Department for Camp Christmas coming up next Monday. Register today, and you can register again going to their website. Be sure to head on over to parks.wirapids.org. Dawn, thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, James.
We'll have more Midday Magazine coming up for you right here at 97.5 FM, 1320 AM, WFHR, locally grown radio.